Oh shit.
Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome to Beyond the Blade. If you love the thrill of high-risk stunts, crazy moments, and the wild world of tree felling gone wrong, you're in the right place. Sit back, hold on tight, and let's dive into today's chaos. Falling down while felling a tree isn't how he expected his day to go. That fall was crazy. Hopefully he's okay after everything that happened. It could have been much worse. The man's chainsaw got stuck in the thick branch, and before he could pull it away, the entire branch snapped and came crashing down. Luckily, it was just the branch that fell, not the whole tree. Look at how he went up there, chainsaw ready, climbing like time was against him. No harness, no support, just him against the height. That's not bravery, that's flirting with disaster.
Look at me.
It's crazy how he went up that tree. I'm not even sure that was part of the plan, but at least he didn't get slammed straight into the ground. One moment he's cutting high in the tree, the next he's falling with it. The cut gave way faster than expected and he never had a chance to get clear. Chainsaw in hand, no harness, and all instinct. It looked like the worst was about to happen, but somehow against all odds, no one was injured, just lucky this time. He climbed the tree with confidence, but things quickly went wrong. The branch snapped, the chainsaw dropped, and he followed right after. This is what it looks like when a plan goes out the window. If you ever wondered how not to take down a tree, this is an example. One misstep and the whole situation nearly turned dangerous.
Par là, bébé, fais gaffe. Allez. Voilà. Voilà.
The chainsaw was done with its work. The only thing left was the tree falling and the man took it into his own hands. Well, it didn't go as planned. After making the cut, he should have clung to the tree. Losing his grip is what threw him off balance. This is the perfect example of what can go wrong when you decide to DIY cutting down a tree instead of hiring a professional. The neighbors will definitely not be pleased. At least it was their own fence that got hit by the felled tree, not the neighbors. Still, the damage could have been much worse, and that's something you don't want to deal with. Man, his face took the hit. He was wearing a helmet and all sorts of shields, but still, his face took the brunt of it. The plan wasn't for all three trees to fall together. So lucky they didn't land on the house. Felling the house with the tree definitely wasn't part of the agenda, but oh well, sometimes things don't go as planned. Well, they are professionals, but sometimes even the best can hit a house when felling a tree. Looks like nobody's going to be cleaning the pool. Of all places for the tree to fall, it chose the swimming pool. Talk about bad luck, or maybe just the worst possible spot. You could see it in his movements. As the tree came down toward the house, he knew the disaster was coming and it was about to hit hard. He was lucky the tree just fell on him without bringing him down. That's one way to close a street. He's gonna need extra hands to get that tree off the road. Well, instead of felling a tree and getting the job done, looks like he'll be fixing a lot of windows. You heard them shatter, right? That's one way to add more work to your day. Yet another professional hitting a house. And with that comes yet another added cost. Looks like this job just got a lot more expensive. But yeah, another house gets crashed. It's hard to see how this was supposed to end well. Hopefully insurance covers that, because that house definitely got hit. The car definitely didn't see that coming. Getting hit by a tree being felled is definitely not something you expect to happen on your daily drive. But what we can expect from you is to like, comment, and share if you think this is a job for the pros. He'll definitely have to visit a hospital after that. The fall was a crazy one. You could tell it wasn't something he was walking away from without a checkup. Another tree falling on a car? I'm not sure who to blame for this one. It's hard to point fingers when everything's going wrong at once. I'm not sure why he was using his hands to direct the tree's fall, but all I can say is that's disastrous. You don't want to be that hands-on with a tree of that size. Now, this is crazy. The tree just went straight for the ladder and nothing else. It's like it had a clear target, and unfortunately that target was his way up. Man, that looks like so much pain. Multiple people falling off a tree? That's some crazy stuff right there. It's hard to watch knowing how bad that could end. If you're looking for an easy way to close off a street, just fell a tree across it. That'll definitely do the job. No need for barricades when nature takes care of it for you. The tree was too close to the house, and bringing down trees like that requires absolute experience. This doesn't look like that kind of careful planning.
Oh my God.
Looks like the man wasn't aware of what to do. When you're handling something like that, you can't afford to be uncertain. And it's clear here he wasn't prepared. Yeah, I think it was the wrong time to be felling a tree. If they weren't alert, it could have gone south for the person cutting it down. Well, I've never seen a root go back to its position just because the tree was felled. That's one of those moments that really makes you question what just happened. Yeah, I could almost tell the tree was going to fall on the house. The way it was leaning, it was hard to imagine it would go anywhere else. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. This is like bringing the wrong car for the job. It just wasn't equipped to handle what was coming. I'm sure he meant for the tree to hit bare ground, but it ended up falling on the wooden fence instead. Thankfully, there wasn't much damage, but that could have gone a lot worse. Well, the fence got destroyed, but thankfully it wasn't another house or car. That's one small blessing in the middle of all this chaos.
There goes your power, fool.
I don't know what the plan was, but I know one thing for sure. It wasn't for the tree to fall on the cars. In this case, the damage was minimal. I mean, just one piece of wood from the wooden fence. Honestly, that's something they can live with. Man, that looks bad. Those people couldn't run fast enough. The tree falling caught up with them before they had a chance to escape. It looks like a tent, but hopefully they weren't campers. If they were, that's a disaster waiting to happen. Definitely not the kind of experience anyone in that tent wants. Not sure if that net is a goalpost. If it is, he ruined football for the players. Yeah, that looks bad. The house really took a hit from the falling trees. It's one of those moments you hope you never have to deal with.
Allahu Akbar.
That's a good felling of a tree. The tree looks so thick, but he still got the job done. Not an easy task, but he made it happen. Looks like the wires got caught in the falling tree. Safe to say they'll be out of electricity for a while. That's gonna take some time to fix.
Oh, brother.
Well, not everyone should think about holding a chainsaw, and not everyone should be felling a tree. What just happened here? This is a perfect example of why experience matters.
О, новые бля мастеры. Ну нихуя себе.
Oh man, no visible damage. But it would have been nice if it had fallen on the bare ground. Could have saved everyone a lot of trouble. No damage because it was a light tree. If that had been a thick tree though, it would have been a whole different story. Definitely would have caused some serious damage. The whole tree landed on the house. Now that's a lot of work. The bugs, the clearing, everything. It just seems like too much to handle. This isn't supposed to be funny, but just look at this. One moment he's felling the tree, the next he picks up a call and leaves the tree.
Hello? Yep. Okay, I'll go for lunch now. I guess we're gonna have to put this on hold for a few minutes. So I guess, we're pretty much done it. I'll finish up my back.
Then the tree falls right on his car. He really should have zoomed off right after getting in the car. A damage to the fence wasn't what he was looking for, but it happened anyway. Fences just keep getting destroyed by these trees.
It's going. Shoot.
Yet again, we've got another scenario of the same thing happening. It's almost like it's a given at this point.
Oh shit. Holy shit. Oh.
Looks like the insurance company is gonna be pissed at them. That van got beat up pretty badly by the felled tree.
Oh shit.
Now that's one hell of a crazy experience. I feel so bad for him. He's probably got a ton of bruises after that. Falling that far is just crazy. Trees falling on cars are a disastrous combo. Tree fellers need to be conscious of that. I'm not sure this should be the best three men can do. Well, they're not professionals, or at least they should have hired one. If you've ever wondered how a tree is felled, this is definitely one way to go about it. Almost exactly the textbook method though. At first, I thought it was going to last forever. But then, we all knew that tree was coming down with brute force, crushing everything in its path, right? And that's a wrap for today's wild ride. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more insane moments, and share this with your fellow adrenaline junkies. Until next time, keep it sharp and stay safe out there, because you never know what's gonna fall next. See you on the next episode of Beyond the Blade.